So my number one complaint of Dying Light would have to be there's too much water. No, in all seriousness, this game really isn't anything new, and it's certainly no game of the year. And I would highly recommend that you don't throw your $60 for this title. Wait for it to go on sale on Steam for about $20, $30, and buy it then. If you want my honest opinion of this game, it summarizes it in this sentence. Think of Dead Island plus parkour meets Mirror's Edge. That's what this game is. Optimization-wise, the game runs smooth as butter. Visually speaking, the game looks fantastic. But plot-wise, this game is utter shit. I mean, do you really expect a sort of zombie hash-and-slash game to give some sort of unpredictable plot? No, within the first hour of gameplay, I kind of already predicted exactly where this plot was going, and I was right. You're in the city known as Haran, and you're an undercover agent working for the GRE to track down some sort of doctors to make a cure for the zombie virus. These doctors are trying to find a cure for the city outbreak, and instead, the company that you're working for, wanting to use the virus to help mankind and help people, they want to weaponize the virus and use it for power. And spoiler warning, at the end of the game, there's one giant QuickTime event, and the game just ends. Yes, the game ends on a literal 3-minute QuickTime event, which I was really disappointed by. Like, come on, seriously? And also the bad guy I didn't give a shit about. And also, there's some girl named Jane in which you fall in love with. The game tries to give you some emotional attachment to this character, which it fails to do so. In fact, all of the characters that it tries to show you in this game that die or survive, I don't give a shit about, and ultimately you just don't care about the characters in this game. And I felt like this had tried to be very over-emotional with trying to make you care for characters that you ultimately don't care about. Like Dead Island, you can collect loot, find items in trash bags. There's loot all over the game world, in homes, in kitchens, in trash cans. Every place you can find loot, there will be loot. You craft items by finding all these little items of loot, and one of my favorite things to craft would be the exploding throwing stars, Molotovs, and most of all, my personal favorite is ice throwing stars. Yes, literal ice throwing stars that when you throw an enemy, it freezes them, allows you to run right up to them, hit them, and this was one of my most favorite things simply in the game because you could freeze harder opponents and you can take them out pretty easily simply by freezing them with throwing stars. That is something that I really did like. Along with that, you can craft shrapnel grenades, poison grenades. You have a power level, an agility level, and a survival level. They're all kind of all self-explanatory. Power deals with the items, such as your machetes, knives that you can find. You can upgrade those to make them more powerful. There's a couple cool melee moves you can do with them. Your agility deals with your Mirror's Edge, smoothness of you jumping on items, how fast you climb up items. Your landing ability and survival deals with more of being able to loot, get more loot, have more senses, build items that can help you survive and give you stamina boosts and things like that. One of the different things in Dying Light is that there is an actual day and night cycle, which during the night your XP is doubled. However, you face a very high chance of dying due to the very hard to kill enemies known as the volatiles. And these guys are nearly impossible to kill. You can kill them, but they're so hard to kill that ultimately it's not even worth trying. But if you make any loud noises during the night, they will chase you until you're dead, unless of course you can find a safe house. Frankly, I think the concept is cool, but ultimately I found myself dying more often than not by my character not correctly grabbing onto ledges like he was supposed to and me falling to my death, only to be punished with losing towards my ranks. Yes, if you die during the night, or even daytime, you will in fact lose points or XP of your I believe it's your survival rank. And I absolutely hate being severely punished and losing experience when I die, mainly because this game had no difficulty setting. You know, if I understand if this game punishes you for dying if you're playing on, you know, an ultra hard setting, but since this game didn't offer me a difficulty level, I don't really feel as if it should be punishing me if I die. Whoever implemented the punishment of XP loss was a very poor choice indeed. Oh, and I should probably mention that there is a shit ton of Destiny loot caves in Dying Light. Why game developers never think to actually fix this exploit before they actually put the game on the market is beyond me, but you can literally go out of area, go back, and get the loot that you just got over and over and over again. Environment-wise and map-wise, there are a shit ton of collectibles to find, blueprints to build, modifications to add on to your machetes, such as electricity, poison, extra damage, fire. I want to mention that the map is really small. You have to run every place, and once you get your grappling hook by level 14, you can literally get across the entire game world within about 5 minutes. Yeah, that kind of puts it in perspective. This game also offers Cooperative Mode, which I did try, and I didn't really care for it. I mean, it worked well, but I'm kind of a lone wolf when I play my games. And the game also offers, if you enable multiplayer during the night, if you're playing the campaign, other players become the Volto zombies, and they will hunt you down along with you hunting other people. Personally, I was unimpressed by it. It was basically just like a hunt mode by the enemies that you're going against other players. I didn't really find it all that interesting, and I was not impressed by it at all. This type of mode has been done before in games, so it's really nothing new, and didn't really pique my interest. Ultimately, this game was entertaining, but it holds no replay value for me once I completed it. Ultimately, Dying Light isn't a terrible game, but it can be fun at times. And I want to stress the word can be fun at times. And if fun is what you're looking for with a few frustrations, I'd say wait for it to go on sale in the Steam shop and buy it then when it goes on sale. Until then, I'll be waiting for The Witcher 3, a game which I have high hopes for. Thank you for watching. This has been my review of Dying Light.